Hey folks, Bob Sanchez with two Bobs for a show and tell on 48-290 A10 Inherent Resolve Hawgs. This has turned out to be an extremely popular sheet, and sitting here right now today on the 9th of January, we are almost sold out. I should have done this review a while back, or preview rather, but the holidays get in the way. So this show and tell is going to be a little longish because there's a story behind these sheets. Some of it is played out online on our Facebook page, so I'll explain as we get through this whole thing. So this was a rainbow unit, which is kind of unique. Deployed downrange. It was a combination of the Skull Bangers from the 190th and the KC Hawks from the 303rd. They deployed all the aircraft together and built a composite group in support of Inherent Resolve as well as other operations that were going on down there. So you'll see a total of 12 aircraft options on this sheet, and we'll get into it. Um, Major props to Waco Cabral and the guys at Third Offset. They did a lot of this nose art in support of some prints that they did for the squadron. And that helps invaluable when it comes to pulling this sheet together. They actually had reference photos of the actual artwork. The nose art is extremely accurate, and we made it a point to print them in a four color offset type of printing style to make sure we capture all those subtle transitions and nuances in the artwork. Okay, so the first aircraft is Dionysus. So all these aircraft have a Greek god theme to them, and that's you'll see that throughout the show and tell. Um, you can see this is the KC Hog jet. Each of these aircraft carry their unique squadron markings, even though they were deployed as a rainbow unit. And yeah, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the gradient fills here. Okay, the next aircraft is Nix. These are all C models, by the way, with all the latest upgrades, SATCOM, GPS, upgraded tactical comms, etc. Second aircraft. Here's a third KC Hog one, Cronus. Okay. Something you'll notice is all these aircraft had a little mustache put on them in support of Mustache March. All the aircraft had the same mustache on them. So that's the first side of the instruction sheet. Here we go. We got a bunch more airplanes to go. Another KC jet, Hermes. This is Athena. Gradient fill is what I'm talking about here. The artwork here is and what you're seeing here is the actual art. This is exactly how it was printed. Demeter. And Artemis. Little Jack Daniels action there for you. That one's pretty cool. Okay, more. So here's some Idaho aircraft. Zeus. Hades. Little SDB GBU action there on that nose art. That's pretty cool. Aphrodite. I'm assuming this will be a favorite amongst all the models for all the obvious reasons. And then Ares. This one's actually my favorite. I like this one the best. Okay, how many more do we got to go? Jeez. Um, yeah. Poseidon. Okay, so that's all the options on the sheet. Then you have your basic stencil markings for the tops and the bottoms of the aircraft. And then here's a photo actually grabbed from online refueling mission for one of these aircraft while we were out in the AOR, just to give you an indication of the mustache and where it goes. Um, Color call outs, pylon stencils. Okay, I think we can get into the decal sheet now. So this is the main sheet here, so you can see this nose art. It's pretty impressive. The work that Waco and Third Offset did on these, it's very representative of the aircraft. I can't share the reference photos because we can't, but let me tell you, this is extremely accurate um, representation of that nose art. So stencil data broke out into sections like you guys are used to seeing now. Individual fighter wing and fighter squadron markings. And then let's get into where are we at? Here's the insert. You can see the all the different serial numbers, tail codes, etc., mustache markings, and then all right, insert two. Okay, so let me explain what happened here. The aircraft were actually still deployed in the AOR when we started working on this decal sheet. For OPSEC reasons, uh, we were not allowed to put these kill markings on the aircraft. Now, it's all come out in social media, it's out in the public now, but at the time of printing, we were asked to not do that. And the reason was this. So if you guys are familiar with APKWS, that was the Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System. That is a Hydra 70 rocket with a guidance kit on it. I was actually involved in this program at the very beginning when BAE Systems was still doing development of that weapon system. So that was used for drone kills. That is not what the weapon was originally designed for, but it does a lot of cool things now. It's going to be cooler things going forward. So that because of that, there was an operational security reasons that they wouldn't put this. They didn't want to put this on this nose art out there. So when the aircraft, or excuse me, when the decal sheet was at print, a lot of these pictures started showing up on social media. So what we did was we asked Cartograph to just super quick if they could print out an insert sheet of just these mission markings, and they did. So that's what you see. Now these are all individual decals, and what you guys can do is do your reference digging like you always do, and you can put the mission markings on the aircraft per the references you guys find. I've posted these photos on our Facebook page. They're out there, but there's probably more that's going to come out there because it's been a couple 3 months since we did this sheet. So yeah, keep on digging, man, and see what you guys can find out. Small diameter bomb, GAU 8, and then the Shahed drone kills are here. There's one aircraft specifically that has a lot of mission markings on them, and others just have a couple, two or three. So that's the explanation behind that. Like I said, this sheet is extremely popular. Looking at my inventory now, I probably have less than 100 left. So essentially, that we're one big distributor order away from these going poof. So if you're interested in this sheet, remember we never reprint our sheets. So once they're gone, they're gone. So yeah, enjoy the sheet. $16 for all of this is a really solid deal. I contemplated charging more, but I just couldn't get myself to do it, given that the color count on the sheet is really not that much. It's a lot of black. So because of that, well, I mean, I just couldn't justify charging more than I charge for this sheet. So again, get it while you can. Okay. All right. Enjoy the sheet. Also, go to Third Offset Designs and get yourself a print. He does some amazing work. Hang it up in your hobby room. All right, till next time. We'll see you.